Hey guys, Eric with Painting Business Pro, and this is the third video out of 3 where we're talking a little bit about perspective. In the first video, we talked about failure. As a business owner, an entrepreneur, and just as a person, you're going to deal with failure all the time. And as human beings, as people, we are really bad at dealing with failure. So if you didn't see that video, I'd highly recommend you go watch that video. That's a huge place where people get in their own way, slow down their growth, get in the way of succeeding. It's a huge topic, and I really encourage you to watch that video if you didn't. In the second video, we talked about lowering your expectations. When you have unrealistic expectations or very high expectations, you're more likely to be let down. You're more likely to be frustrated that you're not growing fast enough. You're more likely to be frustrated that you have to do the same thing you're doing and you thought you'd be further along, and it really puts you in a position where you feel like you're failing a lot more. And so in the second video, we talked about how to lower your expectations, which can really allow you to enjoy the process more. And having high expectations, you can still have big goals, but have low expectations. And I think it'll really, in my experience, it's helped me be a lot more effective and actually move my business along a lot faster. Now in this video, we want to talk about something I've mentioned in some emails and I've mentioned some other places, but building a business is a marathon, not a sprint. So in this video, it's going to be pretty quick. I just want to hit on a few things that I think you can probably watch this again and find yourself in a lot of these things. So if business really is a marathon, not a sprint, which it is, there's some advice I have for you. So the first one is don't chase money. Okay, so I see this, people make this mistake all the time. They go chase commercial contracts, they chase dollar signs. They're so driven to get to 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. What I did to chase money was I started 9 new painting companies in 2016. 9. We closed 8 of them down because we weren't ready. We were chasing money. We were trying to build a $100 million company overnight. And we're like, let's just go. And we took a lot of shortcuts. We weren't ready. We didn't build the right foundation. We didn't take the right steps. We weren't patient enough. That was us trying to sprint to building this massive company. So not that you can't do that, but there's a way to do it. So really encourage you, don't chase money. Don't take shortcuts. Don't burn yourself out. All right? Don't go work 70 hours a week if you don't have to. You know, I'm trying to just work 30 to 40 hours a week really consistently so I can still travel and spend time with my friends and my wife and manage my health. So I can really pace myself just like you would in a marathon. You know, if you're trying to run a marathon, you wouldn't try and burn yourself out. You pace yourself, which I think I said over here. Just pace yourself. All right? It's a marathon. You're going to be building your business for the next several years. All right? So just relax, pace yourself. Take your time. There's no rush, all right? You're going to be working for a long time. Let it go naturally. You don't know how long it's going to take. If you think, hey, I'm going to work really, really hard for 2 years because in 2 years my business is going to be here and then I can stop working. What if it takes 4 years? Are you going to be ready to keep working at that rate for 2 more years? You don't want to set yourself up for that. So pace yourself. Take your time. Don't chase money. Don't take shortcuts. Don't burn yourself out. Be prepared. You know, just be prepared for building a business. Use resources. There's so many resources out there to help you build a business. Don't be cheap. Invest in yourself. Invest in your business. Painting Business Pro is one resource that'll help you tremendously with building your business, but there's tons of others. You know, Steve Burnett with DYB Coach, he's got a great community. It's not very expensive. That's an awesome community to invest in yourself. If you're in the $750,000 market up, Breakthrough Academy. Those guys do phenomenal work. It's not cheap because it's incredibly powerful and great coaching that they provide. Brandon Lewis with the APPC. I think that's right. American, yeah. He teaches people a lot about customer retention and runs some summits and stuff. There's chat rooms. There's companies that'll help you with stuff. There's tons of just random personal training and development courses out there. There's sales seminars you can go to, door-to-door seminars you can go to. The PDCA provides a ton of training. The APC, you could go and do personal training and development stuff. There's millions of books to read. Be prepared. Educate yourself. Take your time. Pace yourself. Another thing is just being ready for setbacks. If you're just kind of cruising along at a nice steady pace, just be ready for setbacks. Be patient. Take it one step at a time. and put in, another thing is put in the work. All right, so what's going to be the most effective way to build this business is someone who's doing it like this, right? You're just nice, consistent, sustainable effort that just doesn't stop. And as you just keep kind of pounding away on it, you'll be successful. And then you'll allow the compound effect to really go to work. And the compound effect, it kind of looks like this. All right, I'm just going to draw it right in the middle of this, but compound effect looks like this. If this is our graph, it goes like this. You don't really see a lot, but then it starts to take off and it goes like that. It's exponential. So as long as you just kind of keep chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, wow, now you're getting some traction, year 6, 7, you start really blowing up. That's the game. That's what we're after with running a marathon and not a sprint. All right, so you want to leverage the compound effect here. And this is all the same things you would do if you're running a marathon and not a sprint. And the same thing I would encourage you to do in your own business. It's what I'm really focusing on doing now. And it's just already made a huge difference. We're taking our time. We're doing one step at a time. I know the 6 things I've got to accomplish this year to set us up for next year. We have a handful of things to do that. I've learned this because for the last 7 years, I was trying to sprint and I was taking shortcuts and I was chasing money, burning ourselves out. We weren't pacing ourselves. We weren't being patient. We weren't prepared for setbacks, so when they happened, they screwed us. And we kept running so hard, we'd just fall right back. And so now it's like, all right, regather, and let's do this the right way. And now I'm ready to run a marathon, not a sprint. And the sooner you can embody that, I think the sooner you're going to enjoy the process, you're going to have a nice work-life balance, and you're going to start to achieve your goals. Now, one caveat is when you're first getting started, you're going to have to put in more than you'll ever have to put in. But you still got to realize, like, you got to pace yourself. You can't burn yourself out because this is a long game. Business is a long game. And one thing I've always told my business partners is we don't get into this business for years 1, 2, and 3. You can make great money and you can do really well in years 1, 2, and 3. But years 1, 2, and 3 are for learning. This business really starts to pay off in years 4, 5, 6. And if you've already been in this business for 10 years, but you've kind of flatlined, the next couple years are for learning how to grow. So just pace yourself. You've got a lifetime to work, and you don't need to be that crazy successful to be crazy successful. If in 5, 7 years you can have $1 million company, you'll be making $200,000 or $300,000 a year, which is amazing, and you can be doing it with an amazing life balance. So keep it in perspective, play the long game, pace yourself, and I hope this little series of videos has been useful to you and helped give you a little bit of different perspective. It's just something I see so many people struggle with. So hope you found it valuable. Leave me a comment, let me know, and we'll see you in the next couple videos.